You are listening to episode 163 of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. Welcome to the Peaceful Mind Podcast, a place for creating the peace of mind you need to be the best mom you are created by God to be. If you want to bring more balance, more joy, and more peace to your motherhood, this is the place for you. I'm your host, certified life coach and Catholic mom, Danielle Tienel. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, let's get started. Welcome back to the podcast. And before we dive into enduring the side effects, I want to just personally invite you to come to a call with me to see what life coaching is like, how it can impact and change your life, even if it's just for that one call. If it's something you have been thinking about, that you like what you've been hearing on the podcast, that you think that having support, accountability, having a coach who is cheering you on, who takes on your goals as their goals and provides you with tools and concepts that I promise you right now, you don't even know the full extent of how life-changing they could be when you become someone who knows these like the back of your hand. But if you have any desire in your heart to make some changes, to go after some scary big goals, and you don't want to go it alone, at least honor these desires by exploring what would be possible with either one-on-one private coaching with me or joining Busy to Balanced, the group program that has other moms, like-minded moms who you can learn from and have community with. And then when you are inside and one of my clients, you are the first to get to know and access my 2 new books that are going to come out, as well as a time management course that I just cannot tell you how excited I am to get out in the world and helping people. There are several ways to get in touch with me if that is the route that you think you want to take, including just a message on Instagram at Danielle Tienel Coaching, or you can email me directly to danielle@danielletienel.com. And of course, you can always visit the website, danielletienel.com, where you can access my schedule, sign up for an open spot, and then take a look at what working together would look like with one-on-one coaching or with Busy to Balanced. Okay, let's get started on today's episode. And there's a little bit of irony that I've got to start out with this title, Enduring the Side Effects, because right now, like literally right now, and I hope that you don't find that this is too much information, I am enduring some side effects that goes along with a medical procedure that I'm having tomorrow, and I'm in the preparatory work for it. The side effects are not very pleasant, but I am so willing to have these side effects because of wanting the knowledge that this medical procedure will give me, the empowerment, the increase to my health. And so I want to take this concept of having to endure side effects, like negative byproducts, because we are willing to go through that uncomfortable, hard thing so that we will have the result that's at the end of enduring those side effects. Let's go to our motherhood and think of some really tangible examples here, right? So we know that even by just signing up to become a mom, we are going to lack in sleep, that we will be physically exhausted, and we will take on some emotional stress. We can even look at the birthing process, or the 9 months leading up to having a child, and even the minutes leading up to having a child, that those are the side effects, the byproducts that we are willing to go through and have right? Stretch marks, a body that just doesn't look like it did before, maybe morning sickness or bed rest. We are willing to go through those side effects so that we get the result of having that beautiful human being. And we do these things because we know that the end result is worth it. And I want to discuss with you today the impact of choosing to endure side effects because of what you will get. And I want to provide some strategies that will help you cope with going through the challenges. So being a mother, we know that it comes with challenges. And some of them have negative side effects. Like I mentioned, like sleep deprivation, physical exhaustion, and emotional stress. And these can take a toll on our well-being and our sense of self. However, enduring these side effects is often necessary in order to achieve the positive benefits of motherhood, such as the joy and the love that comes from our children. So what are some common side effects of mom life that you are enduring right now? Are you in the stage where you're not getting a lot of sleep? And how do these side effects impact you physically and emotionally, right? Negatively at times. And would you continue to endure them despite it being difficult to have that result of being a mom? I think that there's some days where you might not answer yes to that question, but if we're really truthful with ourselves, the answer is yes, of course we would. So I just want to let you know that if you're struggling right now through a difficult period or a difficult season in your life, I want to encourage you to keep going, to keep your eye on the finish line, to tap back into your why of why you either took on this challenge or why you want to endure this challenge and the maybe negative emotions that it's bringing on, just the hardness of it all. Because of how stronger you will come out on the other side, because of who you will become, because of what more kind of life lessons that you will have at the end. And let me touch on a couple more examples of where we might be enduring the side effects of something where the end result is what we really want, but we have to go through some other kind of negative byproducts to get there. The earlier reference I made to enduring some side effects, like right now, tonight, as I'm prepping for a medical procedure tomorrow, that procedure is a colonoscopy. It's the first one. And I have had to have a couple days of doing bland food diet as well as drinking a lot of this not so great tasting liquid that is part of doing the medical procedure tomorrow. But I am so willing to endure these side effects of uncomfortableness because I want the result of knowing that everything is okay with my colon. And I have an extra little why behind myself of wanting to go through this because I have a very dear friend right now who had hers done, and it was not such great news at the end. She was told that she was in stage 4 of colon cancer. And so I have no problem enduring this uncomfortableness of just eating clear fluids for a day and drinking this yucky tasting drink and then eating some bland foods for 4 days prior. I just don't have any problem or qualms with it because I just keep her in mind and knowing that I really want the end result of knowing that everything is okay and that I'm taking care of myself health-wise. Very similar to that with, something that's really dear to my heart is how I went for my mammogram a couple weeks ago. And I have no problem every year signing up for that and going and enduring the effects of, not comfortable as they do the test, because my best childhood friend passed away a few years ago from breast cancer. And so if I can endure some uncomfortableness now so that I can be on top of and detect something or stay healthy in that area, I am so willing to do that. Another example of where you may want to endure the side effects is if you want to start a business like I did as a mom who had kids who were getting older, and I wanted to plan for a possible new career after they all were out of the house. I got an early start and began thinking about starting a business. But wow, I was really almost just going to crawl back under the covers when I took my mind to all of the side effects of getting to that business, about learning technology, about having to put myself out there, about having to open myself to criticism, or just be vulnerable about the kind of things that were going on in my own motherhood. But I stepped into what the possibility was on the other side. And that possibility was being able to impact moms, being able to share this newfound knowledge that had changed my own life. And I loved the idea of having financial freedom, and especially freedom of my own time. And yeah, there was a lot of ups and downs and uncomfortableness and pain you have to go through and lots of negative feelings. But as a mom who had this desire, I was willing to endure the side effects. And I'm just so glad I'm willing to step in to feeling negatively so that you can even get this better, worthwhile result at the end. So here's some strategies to help you cope with these side effects. And they are not going to be anything new if you've been a long listener to my podcast. But in order to help you keep going, to go through that tunnel of uncomfortableness to get to the other side, this is what I suggest. Number one, prioritize your self-care. It's so important, moms, that even if just for a few minutes a day, you include things like exercise, meditation, and prayer, and time spent doing something that brings you joy. This will help you keep going when you are taking on a challenging endeavor. Number two is for you to connect with other moms. Moms connecting with other moms who are going through similar experiences, offering support and encouragement is vital, right? To have somebody else who understands and relates and can support you and lift you up. And then number three, setting boundaries. Moms, you can set boundaries that ensure you have the time for yourselves and to take care of your own needs while you are fulfilling your role as a mom and doing it amazingly too. And number four, I want you to celebrate the wins. Along the way, when we take on hard challenges and we want to get a result, but getting there is kind of tough and painful and uncomfortable, and there's lots of side effects, you have to find out what is a win along the way. So every glass that I drink of this horrible pre-medical colonoscopy procedure that I drink and get down is a win, and I can celebrate. And I'll do a little dance and say, I did it, even if there's like 6 more glasses to go. That's just an example. What are you celebrating? Even the small ones that help you build confidence and remind yourself to keep going, endure it. So while enduring the side effects can be difficult, it's just important to remember that there's positive results too. And the ones in motherhood are so worth it. So embrace the positive results, such as the joy and the love that comes from raising your children, and find motivation to continue, to keep pushing through, because there will be tough stuff in every stage of motherhood that you're in. So remember to prioritize yourself as much as possible, to connect with other moms, to set boundaries, especially around your time and energy, and don't forget to celebrate the wins along the way. Okay, mamas, do you know I wish you so much love and peace? I hope you have an amazing week, and I will talk to you again soon. May God's peace be with you always.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. Are you ready to take everything I teach you here and put it to work for your own life? To really learn how to have peace of mind no matter what is happening around you? If so, I'd love to have you as a client. As your coach, this is where you'll get personal and focused time on your own mind using life coaching tools, concepts, and proven life-transforming wisdom, all through a faith-filled lens. To learn more about how we can work together, come on over to danielleteenel.com. There, you'll see how to sign up for a free coaching consult and learn how to get started. Until next time, peace be with you always.